Well, hello, welcome back. This is A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love, and let's talk about the body, shall we? Yeah. Let's talk about the physical body. What is the purpose of it? What is this thing for? Now, you may be thinking, what body? Exactly. Right? Exactly. But while we appear to be here, and while you appear to be looking at a physical body, it's really a projected image on your screen. But while we appear to be here, let's ask another deep and often imponderable question that we find ourselves asking on the spiritual path. What is the purpose of this thing anyway that's 80% water that we identify with? What is the purpose of this thing that appears to come into the world very tiny and frickin' helpless and seems to endure for a while with changes, of course? Hair that was once one color becomes lighter and sometimes falls out. We appear to endure. We appear to grow in physical strength, then wane in physical strength, and then this thing disappears. It becomes the lifeless heap that we identify as a corpse, and we call that death. Wow, it's not very exciting, is it? And we know deep down that it's all an appearance, that this is not our reality, and we can actively deny that. And in fact, if you actively deny that, that's absolutely fine. There's absolutely no problem with that. The beautiful thing about life is that we have free will. We can choose. We can choose to awaken and go home, in a manner of speaking. We can choose to wake up, or we can choose to stay stuck in the darkness. We can run and hide. You can deny everything that this course is saying. You can deny anything any spiritual tradition is saying. You can think it's all bunk. You can think it's bogus, bullshit, and you can go off and live your life as you will. However, here you are on the spiritual path, and here you are watching this video series in particular, which is about the purely non-dual thought system of A Course in Miracles. You've had a conversation with yourself, realizing that there's more to it than get this thing up in the morning, give it coffee or tea, or if you don't drink that, no problem, but feed it throughout the day, indulge its needs, check your email, and check your email again, because you might miss something, and feed yourself and indulge in all kinds of activity, right? We're bombarded with images of sex, no matter what part of the world you live in. So we come to identify with that as one of the purposes of the physical body, as well as eating and sleeping and taking bathroom breaks, because everything that we eat eventually turns into what? A bathroom break. No matter how lavish the meal, how tasty, how delicious, and how romantic it may have been at the time, it doesn't last. Relationships that we form in the world doesn't last. And yes, this does not last. So what is the purpose of it? Well, here we are in a section of the text, Chapter 1, Part 7, The Distortions of Miracle Impulses. We're going to talk about the first two paragraphs only here and answer the question, what is the purpose of the body? Every impulse, the physical impulse that we have to get up and move around, to make love, yeah, to eat, to sleep, to take that bathroom break, right? All of these physical impulses are actually miracle impulses that are misdirected. They're misdirected miracle impulses. Why are they misdirected? Well, we're looking for pleasure in an illusion. Let's use sex as an example. Yes, it's highly pleasurable. You may be indulging in some right now. Maybe you have a new hot, sexy lover, or maybe you have the same partner that you've had for years and years, yet you keep it spicy. I don't know. Maybe you're single and you don't have a partner and you're looking for one. We've got this physical impulse that gives us pleasure. It doesn't last. Why does it not last? Well, we can't always be in the act, can we? It's actually on the level of form. It's not physically possible in the first place. And it's a distorted miracle impulse because we're seeking pleasure where we can't find it in an illusion. Anything that we seek in what appears to be the world out there, in food, drink, even if it's a beautiful bottle of wine, even if it's a wonderful, hot, sexy weekend on the beach with your lover, a tropical beach. Yeah. Even if it's lots of money to buy expensive cars and homes and clothing, and anything that we seek out there is a distorted miracle impulse. Good news is we have miracle impulses. We want deep down to do the will of God. That's what causes us to seek spirituality in the first place, no matter what form or forms of spirituality you practice. It doesn't have to be this course, of course, right? It doesn't have to be a Course in Miracles. Real pleasure, real pleasure comes from expressing God's will. It doesn't come from the physical. No, the physical is pleasurable, and no one's saying, don't do it with your hot, sexy lover and have a beautiful bottle of wine in the tropics. Enjoy life. It's very important that we enjoy ourselves here, but we don't have to take it as real. Remember, this is a course in cause and not effect. It operates on the level of our mind, not on the physical world. In fact, it doesn't concern what we call the physical world, the effect, at all. Which means we most certainly can learn this course and go through life in the physical world normally, enjoying everything, but not believing in its reality. In other words, being non-attached. This is another way of looking at the Buddhist and Eastern concept of non-attachment. It's not taking this for your reality. So what do we do when we appear to be here? What is the use for the body? Well, it's a communication device, isn't it? While we appear to be here, there are plenty of people in the world that think you're nuts for being spiritual, for being curious about this path, who need love. And even people on the path, of course, need love. We need forgiveness. We all have this impulse, an urge, an instinct, if you want to call it that, to do the will of God, because deep down we all want to return to our natural state of awareness, of being. And we discover along the way that it's not really a return in the sense of the word that we think of it here as a journey, a physical journey. It's not a physical journey. It's just removing all of the clutter, all of the blockages to our awareness of this. It's never gone anywhere. So we're not really going anywhere at all. Yet we use the word, concepts like journey, path. They're useful to us here. And the physical body is useful insofar as it's a communication device, a tool. It is a communication tool to extend love, to share the Holy Spirit, to express the love of God, so that all of our brothers may see this, may experience the love of God. We're using the body, if we use it properly, it's for enlarging our perception, expanding our perception to achieve real vision, to see what the Holy Spirit sees, in other words. And we find that our physical eyes, the body's eyes, are incapable of this vision. Classic example is dreaming. This is a very useful example if you're having a day or a moment where you think this is kind of crazy. Of course, we see with the body's eyes. Well, we don't. When we dream, our eyes are closed, yet we see images. They appear to be quite real oftentimes. They appear every bit as real as the images that we appear to see when these eyes are open. So we see with the mind. The entire world that we appear to see with our body's eyes is a projection of the mind. The mind has projected this entire world, these bodies, yours, mine, everyone's, space-time, all of that. Which means it's been projected from outside this. An idea that we'll come back to again and again. So the only true usefulness of the body is in expanding our perception and sharing the Holy Spirit. That's how we expand our perception, by the way, forgiveness, offering the miracle to our brother. That's how we expand our perception. That's how we undo the ego and come to realize our essential oneness. That's the purpose of the body, to share the Holy Spirit, to share God's love. That's the purpose of the body. That's how it can be most useful. Happily, we all have miracle impulses, whether we've buried them away deep down in our unconscious or not. They're rising to the surface now because here you are engaged in the spiritual path. So the true usefulness of the body is a communication tool, a communication device with which to extend love to everything that lives, so that you may realize our essential oneness and awaken from the dream. Now, while we appear to be here, if you've got a hot, sexy lover, good. Eat, sleep. Here's something on the level of form that may really, really help you. in this idea is that people need you to be at your best, don't they? People need you to be at the very best that you're capable of being on a given day, mindful of the fact that some days are not your day. Sometimes you might be sick, or you might just have a lot going on. That's why we're invited on the path to simply show up and do our best. If you've read the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, you'll understand that's one of the agreements. Do your best. The world needs you at your level best on a given day. I mean, it does. People need to see you at your best. People need to be forgiven. They need you to show up and demonstrate love, to do miracles. They need your miracle impulses, and they need you to act on those miracle impulses. They need that. You need that. We all need that because there's nobody out there. There's no one out there. And the more we extend love, the more we give miracles, the more we come to realize that, because as we forgive, the blockages to our awareness of truth go away. They go away, don't they? We're removing them. We're removing them. What we want to do deep down, whether we consciously admit this to ourselves or not, is do the will of God, to create as God has created us. It's the same. We have that urge, that impulse here in the world. It's a miracle impulse. And this is a course in miracles. It's worth repeating often that this is a course in cause and not effect. The mind is the cause. We use the mind to choose between the body, which is an illusion, or spirit, our reality. This is another way of looking at the choice that I continue to mention on this video series and will continue to mention henceforth and as long as time lasts, right? It's that choice between the thought system of the Holy Spirit and the ego, between love or fear, between spirit or illusion, the body. We use our mind to make that choice. Spirit is our reality. The body is an illusion. It is temporary. No matter how long you may live, may it be long, it's still temporary, isn't it? And we love to live life pretending that that's not true, but it is. Anything that is not the love of God is an illusion. Why? Because it doesn't last. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. So, the true use of the body is to do God's will, to extend miracles. Along the way, please eat beautiful food, and if you like to drink beautiful wine, please have a glass of beautiful wine. If you want to go have sex with your hot, sexy lover, then please do. Let's continue to live life because on the level of form, people need this to relate to. This is an image, a projected image on your screen, yet it appears to be this dude named Reverend Tomas Garza from frickin' Arizona in the United States. And that's what it appears to be. But what you're really hearing is your inner teacher. So whatever I may have said or will say that speaks to you, it's your inner teacher speaking to you. This is powerful, powerful stuff. All right. So, that was fun. Thank you, as always, for joining me. The subscription button's right down here. That's the red arrow, and I'd love to have you here. I'm really enjoying getting to read some of your questions and comments here on YouTube. So please feel welcome to reach out, and we'll just keep going. We've only done a couple of paragraphs worth today, but this is a subject about which we could talk for hours and hours and hours. And I really want to thank you for your dedication and your commitment to your spiritual practice. That is very beautiful. And again, it's worth my saying millions and millions of times. That is the highest form of offering you can make to anyone, anywhere, is your dedication and commitment to awakening, to your spiritual practice. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for that. All right, guys, thanks so much. I'll talk to you soon.